Hey guys, oh my god, the noise, the elections are getting really loud, nowadays. But I've hit 1,000 subscribers, guys. That's crazy. 1,000 subscribers. This is a milestone that's been in the plans for a very long time, and I think like 4 years down the road since I started this channel. You know, drifting from one content to the other and just trying to find what works, and I've really not found out what works exactly, but there's some consistency in this form of content that I put out, and it's probably gotten us to this 1,000 subscribers right now. So you know, I don't have much to say, honestly. I don't have much to say because my headspace hasn't been around creating content. My headspace has been in other stuff, like life just gets to you and you just focus on some things. But at this point in time, I was going through my phone last night and I just landed on the YouTube studio. I hadn't opened it up in a while, but I just landed on it and I saw 99 subscribers. Then I was just kept on going and checking on it, waiting to see, like, am I going to make 1K before I go to bed, like just being hopeful. I even wanted to like shoot it, put out my channel on my WhatsApp status and be like, guys, there's only one person left to subscribe and reach 1,000. And before I went to sleep, I checked and I was at 1,000 subscribers. So we've hit the milestone, man. We've hit the milestone. Of course, after hitting this milestone, it brings about a lot of happiness and all of that. But nothing much has really changed in the sense of content. Of course, it's up to me to curate content that is going to allow me to start earning off of my channel. And I must tell you, I'm still a mile away from getting monetized on this channel, because I need to have at least 4,000 watch hours in order for me to get monetized. And my views are not really that crazy for me to stack up the watch hours. But of course, if I sit down and create like intentional content, the watch hours can come. Or if not, if I just keep on putting out this type of videos, like creating content every single day, the watch hours is going to add up and I'll get fully monetized, because 1,000 subscribers is just step one. Then after that, 4,000 watch hours, and then you're like fully monetized. Well, there is ways to buy subscribers and then watch hours and just start making money off of YouTube, but you don't really just start making money off of YouTube. That's why sometimes it's a lot better to like do things organically, where you create content, people subscribe after noticing you on YouTube, and over time those subscribers that you get are like authentic, so they stay around. If I was buying subscribers, maybe I would get to 1,000 subscribers a lot faster. But if I put out content and you have like 5K subscribers but you're only getting 50 views. I've seen channels where they have like 10K subscribers but they only get 50 views, 100 views, because they rushed to reach monetization and they never attracted the right audience. In my case, I feel like with the audience that I'm attracting, it's probably the right audience. That's why when I was talking about starting a membership or something like that, some of you were like really up on it, like, yeah man, maybe you could start a membership. And with starting a membership, there's it allows me to start earning off of this channel, right? So what have I done to celebrate this 1K subscribers? I haven't done anything to celebrate this 1K subscribers, honestly. But I want to give myself props, right, for what happened just a few minutes ago, because I was in Kololo trying to sort out things with my national ID and all of that. And I met someone a young man, very ambitious, ready to face the world, ready to take on the world, just finished Form 6, and he was he's looking at this content creation thing as a thing that he can dip his toes in and hopefully make something of himself off of creating content. And we just went into talking, man. At first when he looked at me, he thought much of my presence, but when he asked me a bit of questions or we went into some talking, I told him how this is something I've been doing for a while, and got intrigued, and we just went into some discussion. So I let him in on some of the nitty-gritties of YouTube. Well, not really much of YouTube, but more like content creation as a as a career, because you know when you're starting out with content, there's all these ideas that you have, and every idea seems to carry weight, but there's the one idea, the main thing that you really need to get yourself on, that really catapults you to greater heights. And it's usually getting started, it's usually putting out content, like just doing something, creating content. Because you know, as I was talking to him, yes, he was having this idea of, oh, I should get a microphone, I should get this camera, I should get that camera, I should do this. You know, all of those are necessary, but in the start, most of those things are not necessary. So I just give myself props that we had, like, I think I talked with him for like 2 hours, man, like 2 hours. And anytime I get in company of people who are looking at content creation as a potential career path, something that they could take on, I'm always happy to share information. So if there's anything I can say I've celebrated today, is that I've given knowledge to someone, you know, who is also getting on this path. I may not be all that massive and all, but it's always nice when I meet with someone and I give them a bit of information, like just, you know, hype them up, get their energies up. On the other hand as well, I was talking to a friend, and I have this idea of creating another channel. Probably something I may not talk about here. This may be the first and last time you hear me mentioning it here, but you know, creating another channel and switching up my content. And in this case, I won't be creating content just to show up, but content to get money, to get monetized, to make money. Because like I've said, guys, so many times on the channel here, or not so many times, but I've said I want to start making money on the internet. I need to start making money. Yes, I do make money on the internet, in the sense that with the people I work with, the clients I work with, but maybe I could be very specific and say I want to make passive income off of the internet, like income that I create content once and it just generates me money down the road, right? And this content that I create, where I just turn on the camera and I sit in front of the camera and I speak, it helps me in personal self-growth, but it's going to take me a while to actually make a steady living off of this, because I'm really unstable. I'm here, I'm there. The content doesn't seem to be consistent. It's always waning. It's here and it's there. Sometimes I talk about business, other times I talk about relationships, other times I talk about some random problem, and it's, you know, it's just me trying to find myself here on my channel. It could be relatable, it could be a niche in its own, where, you know, you document your everyday experiences and you just, you know, show up authentically, you know. And there's people who are drawn to this. Some of you watch my videos all the time, you're probably drawn to this, you know. That's like probably a niche of its own, but getting monetized from this niche is a bit tough, you know. It's a bit tough. It's going to take a while, but it builds character, it builds me up as a person. I learn to show up in front of the camera, I learn to speak every single time, you know, I show up in front of the camera. So I want to create a separate channel where I'm discussing things, in the sense that it's with an aim to get more views, it's an aim to maybe educate people. Just I don't want to mention much about this, because this channel is also not targeted to East Africa or Africa as a region. I'm targeting it to like the outer audience. So there is a process that I'm going to go through to target, to get to those creators that side, to people outside. And if it works out for me, I'll probably make a video telling you guys, like, yeah, I attempted to start a channel and this is what I did, and you know, now I'm making big money off of this channel or something like that. Ideas, bro, ideas. And guys, you know, we have so many ideas all the time. You know, even when I was riding on the border coming over, I was talking to this border guy, and he was telling me about how if he can just, you know, fly out of the country, opportunities are going to come and he's going to make money. You know, we always have some idea that we think is going to be the game changer in our life, right? And all those ideas are viable, but you know, you have to put in the effort, you have to start something. So even this idea that I have with the channel, you know, people have tried it. There's people who are trying it right now. They're probably not making it, or they're trying it and there's some progress, there's somewhere they're getting to. But you know, we have ideas and it always starts by executing. I might waste my time starting this new channel and it doesn't get anywhere. I might start this new channel and it gets me somewhere and I make massive money, but it's the idea that I'm holding strongly right now. It's the idea that's giving me a lot of confidence right now. I'm thinking I've already created a Notion template and all of that. It's allowing me to wake up in the morning and feel strong about myself. So maybe that's what I could just give you as a motivation. Whatever idea you have, lean on to that idea and it could get you somewhere, man. It could get you somewhere. I feel like this rant has just taken different directions here, there, where, all places, but at the end of the day, but I mean, for me, at the end of the day, I'm showing up and putting out a video on this important day that I've made 1,000 subscribers. I want to look back on this a few years from now or something, or when the channel is blown up or something, and just tell myself, like, you came a long way, but you finally did it, man. You made it. You were able to reach 1,000 subscribers. Damn. 1,000 subscribers isn't supposed to be something more big, because this gives you like 2 million subscribers and all, but milestones, man. Milestones. People celebrate their birthdays every single year, celebrating that one day that you were brought into this earth, and celebrating the age that you get to every year. You're adding up, you're getting to 18, you're getting to 20, and you celebrate that one important time. Those memories, that celebration, it just allows you to push forward. I think if times are a bit harder, if I ever want to stop creating videos, I could just look back on this video and just kind of relate to this, like get a jolt of inspiration to keep going, to like create some more content. Prior to this moment, I was not trying to make any videos. I was just in other stuff, but I'm happy that I'm actually making this video right now. It may not push me to create content for like tomorrow or the other day, but at least I'm showing up, and I am going to create content. Honestly, I'm going to create content. It's just that right now I need to get my shit together. There's just, man, my head is a bit scattered all over the place, but once I'm in a settled position, I'm definitely going to be putting out content a lot more. I just need to get myself together. Like, I could only get myself together while I'm making these videos, but just need some time off. I'm sure you've seen people, like, if you want to start, like, let's say you attempt to start a business, it fails, then you go silent for like 2 years, you've closed the business, and when you come back stronger with foresight, and you do it even better. Like, you come and approach this even better. So that's the same thing with this channel. Like, I may not be putting out content every single day like I was doing prior, but I'm giving myself space to breathe in, breathe out, and have a bit of retrospect over this thing of creating content. And when I come back to putting out content again, maybe this time I'll approach my channel in a different way. So that's really been it for this video. I'm hungry, man. I've been out, haven't eaten anything the entire time, so I'm hungry. I'm panting like crazy. It's probably not being transmitted to the microphone, but I'm hungry, so let me get something to eat. And yeah, guys, thanks for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. Probably should have said that from the go of this video, but yeah, guys, thanks for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. Next is to reach 4,000 watch hours. That's of course on me. I need to put out content like crazy, but I mean, if you have a friend, family member, whatever, and you feel like my content could be of benefit to them, suggest my videos to them. Let them watch those videos. Let's stack up the watch hours and get to 4,000 watch hours. Alright, that's it for this video.